There you are. Happy Labor Day, everybody. Just let me know what time I can come over and pick up my plate. Welcome back to another thrilling episode of the most disturbing videos on the internet today. For context, don't believe everything you hear or see on this video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. Do your own research on everything. With that being said, don't forget to hype your boy up, hit that like and subscribe button, and let's dive in.
In Hungary, a witness captured a strange object in the sky, a flat, triangle-shaped craft, silently hovering above a residential area near the mountain. At first it stayed still, then began moving back and forth over the same stretch of sky with eerie precision. No known aircraft can make those sharp, repetitive movements without stalling or losing control. Then, without warning, it tilted slightly and shot upward at incredible speed, vanishing into the sky in seconds. No sound, no trail, just gone. The shape, the movement, the silence, everything about it defies conventional flight. What was it really? In Hungary.
I almost want to say it's a TR-3B from how the movement they were describing, but it doesn't look like a triangle.
It's real life, real time. This is what I'm looking at right now. That's in the sky. Don't know what it is. Came out of nowhere, really. But this. It's real life, real time.
What on earth is this? Definitely not a UFO. Some type of orb projecting these different trails. Interesting.
What do you think the best way to hide something might be? Well, you just put it in plain sight, guys. That's all you do. You put it right in your face. The sad part about this is people will still see this and then still buy this. They don't care. It doesn't matter. It's cheap. So trust me when I say this, when you switch to a whole food diet and you stop consuming this stuff, your life is going to get a lot better.
Whoa, whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa. What the Something just blew up.
It literally did. I think it's falling from the sky.
Holy
Legit it.
That's it. That's it. I told you guys. Film this.
Whoa.
You hear it.
You legit see it. Or is that a plane?
No, love,
plane.
that's the rocket. Tell me you got that thing blow up. Oh, it's gone now.
No, it's gonna come up there. I can still see it. Look through the clouds.
What?
Look through the clouds, I see it. I can still see it. Look.
Oh, yeah. Look at it. It's floating.
It's legit, it's moving.
What the Oh, fuck.
I mean, why is it so weird?
I don't know.
Look oh my god, it's actually exploding. Is that falling from the sky?
I don't know. Dude, what the film this?
Whoa.
What? What is that?
I don't know. It's really freaking creepy.
Dude, I don't like this.
I don't like it either. Is it legit
Oh.
falling from the sky? Oh my god, what is that?
Oh my god.
What is that? That's it?
Yes, well, I hope that's fun. If not, we're love.
Whoa!
Oh my god. Something
Oh.
must have happened.
My god,
This
that
is-
is the coolest thing. Whoa! What is that? Literally, what is that? I'm so confused.
It's falling. Man, that's falling for sure.
Oh my god.
Dude, look at this trail.
Whoa! Oh my god, it's legit falling. What is that? Is it gonna catch fire?
I don't know.
Holy! What the heck? What?
Look at the colors over there. That's,
Whoa!
oh my god.
That's sick.
Skywatchers watch in disbelief as a SpaceX Starship breaks apart. Was that really a SpaceX spaceship falling apart? You be the judge. UFO sighting in Italy.
Vedi, mi fermo lì, da 11 minuti prima di un cielo. Non so che cos'è.
Interesting. It looked like some type of projectile was coming at it or deflected it or something. I keep seeing stuff about this intergalactic war that's happening right before our eyes. How crazy would that be? Caption says, does this sound like a solar flare to you? I don't know what a solar flare is supposed to sound like, but definitely not like a transformer. Or a Decepticon.
So I'm almost 100% convinced that this guy found a Wendigo den while out biking. I'm not sure of the original poster's name, but this is the account I found it on. He walks up to this cave, finds a bunch of animal bones, and then this happens.
Bro, is that my fork? What? Hello?
No. He also found something of his that was slightly drug into the cave. Like whatever this thing is luring him in there. The guy backs up in disbelief because what? And then
Help.
He clearly panics, starts to run away, but then he turns around because his bike is parked over there and he thinks, well, maybe I'm just tripping. So he goes back.
I don't know, dude. Am I just hearing things?
And then the thing starts talking and you can't understand what it's saying. And for some reason, he's still hanging out around there. Then he decides to throw one of the many animal skulls laying around this cave into the cave.
What the
I'm fully convinced that this is a Wendigo. What do you think? So
I throw a piece of rope in there and then take off. But I never really known Wendigos to trap people. Is that what they do? Talk about a setup.
Check out the secret symbolism on this Fanta label when it's folded and put into the light. Fanta is made by Coca-Cola, by the way, if you didn't know this already, but let's have a look at this. What do we see here? What is that? What is that? Now, do you think that this is just a coincidence, or do you think that they purposely put symbolism like this on these labels, on our money, etc., on everything, subliminally? Yeah. How about we stop drinking this stuff, this garbage, this poison? Yeah.
What is it? It kind of resembles the Wendy fast food Wendy's girl with the ponytails, but I don't know. Octopus vibes. That is absolutely crazy. Wex 1. I wonder what that means.
Some close-ups and clear trail camera captures of the so-called Dogman. However, these remain somewhat anonymous, with little to no background information at all. All we know is a hunter set up a trail camera deep in the woods in the winter. He set the camera up to capture wildlife and aid him in his hunts, which is what these cameras are usually used for. But instead of capturing normal wildlife, one day, while he was looking back through his captures, this was seen. The motion and heat activated camera captured what looks to be a Dogman-like creature. The creature has dark black and gray fur with pointed ears and pointed canine-like teeth. The photos are extremely clear. People always complain that the pictures are always blurry. If this is real, this is as clear and visible as you get. Everyone can see it. We can see every single detail. This must have been a quality, high-resolution trail camera. These were highlighted in mid-January of 2025. It is believed that they were released in 2024. The first shot gives us a clear look at its face and upper body from the front. The second photo shows it from behind. If you don't already know, a Dogman is typically described as a bipedal creature with the body of a muscular man and the head of a wolf or large dog. Unlike Bigfoot, which often carries a mysterious or peaceful air, the Dogman is often associated with aggression, intimidation, and predatory behavior. And if these trail camera pictures are indeed real, they're some of the closest and clearest evidence of the Dogman to date. Let us know what you think in the comments.
Severus Black, is that you?
Maybe there really are werewolves in Appalachia. I know how it sounds, werewolves, vampires, it's all things we see on TV and in the movies. But what if it wasn't as far-fetched as we may think? People now refer to what we might call werewolves as Dogman. In the picture I'm getting ready to show you, many people believe this is one of those Dogmans or a werewolf. I'm not saying this picture alone is enough to convince me, but you combine this with other pictures and first-hand encounters hiking through the Smoky Mountains, the Appalachian Mountains. They describe a creature just like this. Is it something supernatural, something demonic, or is it something that was created by man in a laboratory that escaped? Truth is, we don't know. If you look at this thing, maybe it's fake, I don't know. But one thing I did notice, it does cast a shadow, which I know AI can do. If you look at its paws or hands, they almost have a human-like or a primate-type look. Even the face, to me, gives off human vibes. I'm not sure what it is. Tell me in the comments what you think. Are werewolves or dogmen real or not?
It does kind of have like a human resembling face. Almost like a mustache almost.
Have you seen the viral video of a guy walking the beach during the middle of the day? And he said he saw something. People in the comments were saying it was a siren. But yeah, check this out. Look at that right there. What is that? And how did it get there? I went ahead and freeze framed it and blew it up, and as you can see, it looks real. But what is that? Now, I'm not 100% sure if this is real, but if it is, what do you think that is?
I think that was probably taken straight out of the Hollywood studios, but who knows? I'm sure it'll be a bigger crowd around it if it was.
Bigfoot story. This is in Monroe County in Michigan this year, 2025. A father and his son, they're fishing in the woods. They start hearing some sound, hear the brush rattle, and then they just hear a thump. They say they literally see like a shadow fall over 10 feet out of the tree. Then they see it ascending the hill. This all takes place in about 10 seconds. This is funny, but they describe what they saw as a hairy humanoid ape-like thing. And they said with a huge buttocks, and it disappeared. But I've never heard of like Bigfoot stories out of Michigan. And so I started looking into, there's a national forest where this happens, a Native American forest. Maybe I'll pop it up on the screen. But I looked up the Native American tribe that used to operate in that area. They have this oral tradition of the 7 grandfathers. At some point in the history, there is a child on a spirit quest. He's trying to find his manhood. So he has this encounter and encounters 7 grandfathers is how the language is used, who are represented by 7 animals. And so there's a bison, a turtle, an eagle, a bear, a wolf, a beaver, and then a Bigfoot they call the Kitchisabe. But the story goes, it represents standing tall and like honesty in their oral tradition. The word Sabe translates in their, I think it's Ojibwe is how you say the name of their people, but it translates to giant. In some traditions I was able to read, they're closer to the creator, a giant that goes between realms. But
so their Bigfoot, it's
a spirit walker.
That's so cool.
You mentioned shifting Bigfoot. The crazy part, that's not the first time I heard about that.
This isn't Troy, this is Judah. I'm telling y'all guys, like New York State is Judah. Look at the date right here that got edited. See how it says 1931 and the ones don't match? They're not even the same font and they're super separated. They're not even part of the original. That's 93 AD, the date right here. They added over 1,000 years to the structure. It's ancient Judah temple. I can show you right here the Roman on this one. This place got conquered by the Romans in 70 AD. This is why you have all these, look. On the next building, it got carved in here, right? You see how it says courthouse like that? The Romans put that there when they conquered this place. These buildings were already here. That building's Solomon's, all right? The United States is the Holy Land. The Romans came here and conquered this place in 70 AD. That's why you have all this Roman writing on these buildings with these cover-ups. That's Roman. And right here again, look. This is the Grandmaster of New York State at the time, Stephen Van Rensselaer. Okay, this dude's a Grandmaster. This isn't Troy, this is Judah.
Bro is a grandmaster. It is crazy how these ones don't add up though. He's saying this is 98 AD. How extraordinary.
Millionaire who stole a child's hat is learning that the internet is ruthless. Now recently, a tennis pro was seen trying to give his hat to a young fan when it was stolen by the adult next to him, and that went viral. It didn't take long before people online realized that was a Millionaire CEO, so they found all his information and tried to get him to return the hat. It could have been easy for the man. Instead, he threatened to sue people, saying, quote, "I remind you that insulting a public figure is subject to legal liability." Now, shockingly, that didn't help his case. Then I guess he was like, I should probably make this even worse for myself. So he doubled down and issued a statement that said, quote, "It's just a hat. If you had been faster, you would have had it." Ultimately, he got named and shamed so hard, his company lost customers, he had to delete all his social media, and the kid not only got his hat, he also got to meet up with the tennis star.
That's so cool that the tennis star went and gave the kid another hat. Man. Shout out to that tennis player. He might be my new favorite tennis player now, even though I don't watch tennis since, when was it? Serena and Venus Williams.
And I want to thank the guys that are not my friends anymore. I'm glad that you blew your cover for me to recognize that you wasn't any good to my family or me. And I appreciate y'all for that. So if I make any more new friends, I know the signs. Thank you.
People expose yourself. Fake friends, they definitely expose themselves. And like he said, if we do make new friends, hey, we know the signs. If you thought I didn't have an excellent specimen for you today, think again. Feast your eyes on this Rudocrorsite specimen. I know it's been a while, guys, but I'm gonna try to keep it going. As you can see, the octahedrals protruding from the quartz within this geode. I don't know if this is a geode or if they busted open. I don't know. But if I had to name this piece, I would call it Watermelon Cube. If I had to name this piece, I would call it Rice and Watermelon. What would you name this piece?
Scientists have developed the world's first wireless mind control system.
Control mice with the flick of a switch. The mice were engineered with nanoparticle activated switches in their brains and then turning on a magnetic field. They're calling the tech magnetogenic interface for neurodynamics, or nanomind for short.
So what they use is called a viral vector. A viral vector is a virus, adreno-associated viruses. They change the RNA and DNA. That's how they program viruses. Once they get in, they can replicate. They inject this virus. The virus is used to deliver this genetic code, and then it mutates inside your brain. They're called ion channels. And then these ion channels, they stick to these magnetic nanoparticles. And then whenever there's a magnetic field, it kind of pulls a torque on those nanoparticles. And then the brain interprets that torque as activation for neurons. And then if they have multiple nanoparticles in other areas, and then they allow these magnetic fields to activate in certain sequences, certain neuron paths will open in certain patterns. Auditory or visual, your frontal lobe, which then will cause you to do certain activity or feel certain things. And it's done wirelessly. Imagine if all these drones sending electromagnetic pulses through your phone, through your smart glasses, and then they can have an EEG device in there to read the waves, verify that things are being changed, and then sending new pulses to activate more actions.
Never seen something like this.
The video submitted by one of their followers shows a stormy day somewhere in Florida.
What is this?
Initially, the camera operator thought the objects might just be birds, but upon closer inspection realized they were metallic looking and highly reflective.
There's like tens of thousands of these reflective objects in the air. I thought they were birds at first, but looking closer, it's literally just these reflective objects. Never seen.
Could that be drones?
Extraterrestrial, alien, or dimensional being caught on home security camera.
whatever it was, a dog was barking right at it.
In 2023, in Mexico City, archaeologists discovered an Aztec stone chest dating back to the 14th century. It contained 15 mysterious anthropomorphic figurines made of green stone. One of the smallest figurines depicts a woman, measuring 1.2 in tall, while the others represent men, standing about 12 in tall.
Alright y'all, now this video has been floating around for a long time. I just wanted to do a recap on it. I mean, this video is amazing footage. I for one believe it. It doesn't look fake. It doesn't look doctored. Alright, y'all. Now, this video has...
That's either Bigfoot or Chewbacca enjoying a nice day in the forest. That's all we have for today's video. If you made it this far, the code word is Labor Day. Drop Labor Day in the comments below. When you do that, that lets me know you're a real one. You made it all the way through the video. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you guys for your support. You guys are the real ones. I love you guys and thank you. This was the most disturbing videos on the internet today. See you tomorrow.